When we were younger, people printed 25 like the finish line. By 25, you should be married. By 25, you should own your own property. By 25, you should have kids, especially if you're a lady, you should be in your husband's house. I believed it. Maybe you did too. I thought that by 25, I'll be abroad working in a multinational company, maybe even own my own place, comfortable, settled, and having nothing to worry about. But here's the reality. I'm still in Lagos, hustling to pay bills that never end. Vacations, that's not even my reality. In fact, I can't even afford a night outing in Lagos. Even breathing feels expensive sometimes. And that's the painful part. The distance between society's timeline and the reality we are all living in. It's not just me. It's so many young Nigerians right now. And then, there's the career expectations. We were told the formula was simple. You study hard, graduate, land a good job. By 25, we pictured ourselves in corner offices, husband houses, earning six figures, building stable homes and careers. But the reality, strikes delayed school, NYC didn't guarantee anything. Jobs are scarce. And even when you are skilled, opportunities move painfully slow. I felt that stuckness too. And then you start asking yourself, am I doing something wrong? Did I miss or mess up the formula? But the truth is, it is not always about effort. Sometimes the system is broken and we are the ones paying the price. Yes, the system is broken. And then you have the financial expectations. We're also told by 25 you should have savings, maybe landed properties, and even houses. But in reality, I've sat with budgets that made me want to cry. Last year, 100K could feed a family, but now a lot of families still struggle with 300K monthly income. And it's not just me. I know young people earning 500K and still borrowing before the month end. That's the madness of this economy. It swallows money faster than you can earn it. But here's the thing. Society still looks at you like you are irresponsible. Why don't you have savings? They ask. As if discipline alone can fight inflation. And then you have the lifestyle expectations. At 18, I thought 25 meant freedom, being an adult, traveling, enjoying life, doing whatever I wanted to do. And then living soft life. A lot of us were excited to be adults. I couldn't wait to grow up. But the reality, most of us stay indoors more than we want to, not by choice, but to save money. Because you stroke. Outings now cost a small fortune, and here is the irony. Society tells us you're young, enjoy your youth. With which economy? The economy makes enjoyment a luxury in Lagos. Lagos has turned fun into something you actually need to budget for, and this also applies to other parts of the country. And alongside all this, we still struggle with missed dreams. For some of us, it's the dreams that slip through our fingers. Studying abroad, starting businesses, pursuing passions. I had a chance to study in China 10 years ago. I didn't take it and it still haunts me till today. But I know I'm not the only one. So many of us lost opportunities to strikes, bad timing, or simply lack of money. And the worst part, you start carrying these things like it's a personal failure, when in reality, the system never gave us a fair shot, never gave us a fair chance. And then you also have to deal with the relationship and marriage pressure. I mean, by 25, your aunt is expected to be married. If you're a lady, you have it worse. And if you're not, the question starts, so when? When is it coming? Is it that nobody's asking? When are you bringing her home? The reality, many of us are choosing ourselves. Many youths can't even afford to feed themselves, let alone afford to feed a family. And then you have people healing and learning from Lagos traumatic dating scene. And some of us are also simply waiting for the right person. That's not failure, that's wisdom. But the society doesn't see it that way. To them, if you're not married at 25, it means you are behind schedule and you should hurry up to meet up. Now, there is the mental health and shame. One thing we didn't expect was the weight of all of these on our minds. The anxiety, the insomnia, constant comparison. A lot of youth are depressed. The courageous ones are committing suicide. You scroll Instagram and it looks like everyone else is winning, doing well, while you are stuck. And you start to wonder, is it just me? But here's the truth. Even people earning double or triple are still struggling. Yes. The shame we feel isn't because we are lazy or unserious. It's because society sets timelines that don't match today's reality. So here is the truth. What we expected and what we have don't match. And that gap is heavy. But that weight doesn't belong to us alone. So the way forward is to stop carrying shame that isn't ours. Build at your own pace, not entertain pressure from anyone, and then define success on your own terms. Success is subjective. Remember this, being 25 in Nigeria today is not the same as being 25 in our parents' time. Totally not the same. So if you're in your 20s and life looks nothing like you imagined, you are not failing, it's not your fault. You are surviving a system that is stacked against you. So let me ask you, what did you expect life at 25 to look like, and what's your reality today? Drop it in the comments because your story matters too. Thanks for watching. I'm Lojane and I'll see you in the next one. And let's not pretend the cost of rushing into marriage is real. I know young women who caved to the pressure, married early, and now they regret it deeply. They don't even need to talk. When you look at their parents, they are just a shadow of who they were when they were single. Some are stuck in unhappy marriages, others gave up dreams they will never get back to. And when things go wrong, those same people who pushed them are nowhere to be found to share in that suffering with them. That's why this choice